Welcome back, everybody, and thanks again for joining us here on KXAN News at 4. We all know it's been a little damp here lately across Central Texas, but if you're wondering if this has been enough to maybe help out with our drought, KXAN's Chief Meteorologist Bannin is here for our weekly drought update. Any good news there?
Yes, actually, a little bit of good news in parts of Central Texas where we had some heavy rain lately. This is the latest drought monitor report that came out just this morning. It updates every Thursday, and it takes information from a Tuesday to Tuesday period. And then between Tuesday and Thursday, the National Drought Mitigation Center do some review of the rainfall and figure out where the drought still is and where it isn't. So this is the latest. You can still see that we have extreme drought in parts of Fayette County and then in southern sections of Hays County, where the majority of the Austin metro is actually in severe drought, including Austin, much of Travis County, the majority of Hays County into Bastrop, Caldwell, and the rest of Fayette County. And then to the north and to the west, the drought eases. Then it becomes no drought, just unusually dry, and then areas that are drought-free in parts of the hill country. How does this change or compare from last week? Well, this was last week's drought update, and you can see much more of Fayette County in the extreme level 3 out of 4 drought. And that's one of the areas that was trimmed off quite a bit from being as bad of a drought here for this week's update. That's because they had some pretty heavy rain here fall earlier this week, which was a benefit for them, even though there was a brief period where we were concerned about flooding a little bit. And then we also saw some of the abnormal dryness trimmed out of Milam County, and then other comparisons there pretty much the same for the rest of Lampasas, San Saba, and then northern sections of the hill country. So an improvement, always nice when we're going in the positive direction and not the negative direction. Now, we looked up how much rain we've had in the first 11 months of the year, because we're only a few days into December. So January through November of this year, we've had 25.63 inches of rain in Austin at Camp Mabry. Here's what we should have had by now: 33.53 inches through the end of November. So our rainfall deficit for the first 11 months of the year anyway is almost 8 inches. That's about 2.5 months worth of rain missing here in Central Texas. And while we've had some wet weather to start us off this month, there hasn't been a whole lot of high rainfall amounts, just some spotty little sprinkles of light rain, some traces, a few hundredths of an inch, that sort of thing. And the type of wet weather that we had earlier on today is not going to do anything for our drought. But it's still good rain, and we'll take it. What's happening right now on clouds and radar is just the continuation of the thick cloud cover that has thinned in a few spots where we've been able to jump into the low 50s, but most of us have stayed in the 40s since this morning. Now, there's not much rain around us now. There is some higher opportunities for wet weather coming from the southwest of us overnight and especially into the day tomorrow. But even tomorrow's rainfall looks less impressive than what we saw here earlier this morning. You can see one of our computer models keeping the clouds around tonight. We are very confident of a cloudy night here in Central Texas and at least the chance for a sprinkle or a stray shower overnight. Now, during the day tomorrow, there was a lot of model split as far as how good our rain chances are tomorrow. This is one of our better performing models overall, and it keeps us dry just about all day with the exception of a couple of sprinkles. One of our other models that works out usually very well also is much wetter for tomorrow, with just some light rain between about mid-morning through the mid-afternoon. So while this one's completely dry, the other one's much wetter. What I'm doing is a 20% rain chance to account for some of the uncertainty. But I do think that there will not be a ton of rain around tomorrow, but a little bit of light rain from mid to late morning into the middle of the afternoon would be your highest opportunity for that. Saturday starts with a lot of clouds, but these clouds will be fading away through the morning, giving way to a mostly sunny and much warmer afternoon before our next front comes in here on Sunday. So tonight, cloudy with a spotty shower or sprinkle, just a 10% rain chance tonight, down to 42 in Austin, but there'll be some 30s outside of the metro, especially in the hill country, although not dropping down to freezing. And then a 20% rain chance tomorrow, but the clouds will keep the temperatures down still, low 50s tomorrow afternoon. Early clouds to sunshine Saturday pushes us up to 72. And then late Sunday morning, we get another cold front in And so despite the sunshine on Sunday, temperatures will be a little cooler at 68. Here's a look at our first warning weather 7-day forecast. Sunday will also be a bit breezy too, as that cold front tries to bring in some cooler air. But we're not really going to feel the full impacts of that front until Monday. Monday morning starts at 38 in Austin, and we only get up to 60, which is still not terribly cold. 39 Tuesday morning, and then we start a warm up during the afternoon. 67 here on Tuesday, 74 on Wednesday with mostly sunny skies, and then yet another cold front comes in, but it doesn't knock us down into very cold territory at all. We'll go 70 on Thursday. What's ahead this winter for Central Texas? Join the First Warning Weather Team at 6 this evening for an in-depth look at the next few months, and check out our full half-hour winter weather special tonight at 8:30 right here on KXAN.